Hello, I'm Justin Valdez, and I'll be doing a presentation on ethics discussion on the 2017 Kobe Steel data fabrication. So first, I'll be discussing Kobe Steel, the company in general. Next, the scandal that happened in 2017, which they did some data fabrication on the safety and specifications of their products so that they can deliver faster to their customers. Next is causes for data fabrication. So what were the reasons of doing the misconduct. And finally, a discussion on moral ethics of their actions based on utilitarianism, Kantian ethics, and virtue ethics. So Kobe Steel is a major steel manufacturer, number 3 in Japan. So it's a really big company, and their main products are, as the name suggests, steel and aluminum, titanium and copper welding machinery, which are used in cars, trains, electronics, construction, etc. So in 2017, the company publicly admitted to fabricating inspection data on the specifications and quality of these products. So it affected their aluminum and copper products, the sheets, wires, which are used in aircrafts, cars, air conditioning, and also in other services such as industrial machinery and analysis. So at least 500 customers were affected, including major car manufacturers such as Toyota, Honda, and airplane manufacturers in Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. Then CEO and Chairman Hiroya Kawasaki resigned due to this scandal, and shares in the company plummeted by 22%, which is around $1 million in market value. So that was a big loss for them. So the causes for data fabrication. So they published a report the following year on their misconduct. So according to them, their causes for the data fabrication can be divided into 3 parts. So as shown in the screen. So these are their words uh, in the report. So these are in verbatim. So first is management style that overemphasize profitability and inadequate corporate governance. So they admitted on their attitude of production over quality. So they just accepted purchase orders without reviewing if they can do it, if they can do it on time. So since they have a lot of orders and their capacity to produce is smaller than the demand, so they had to resort to misconduct. So they falsified inspection data to meet the demands of the customers, just so that they can release products faster to the customers and reduce cost of inspecting, etc. So maximum profit and faster delivery at the expense of doing uh, falsification of data. So even when some managers knew the situation, no drastic measures were made, according to them. For the second and third reasons, these are more of the deficiencies, the working environment of them that allowed the misconduct to happen. So, so in general, their main purpose for the misconduct can be rooted to desiring maximum profit. Again, they wanted profit, so they accepted more purchase orders from companies, from their customers, without realizing that oh, they have their capacities are smaller than the demand. So what they did was they instead of developing or developing faster or more better technology, they resorted to misconduct, which was cheaper because they just need to alter some data. Mentioned that they checked it without even checking, so they maximize profit there at the expense of safety. So by fabricating inspection data and data checks, the company thought that they can reduce the production costs faster and then they can give the items to the customers quickly and on time. And overall, the result would be a better image of the company if they were not caught. So was your action morally right? So we will look at the 3 moral ethics discussed in class. So first is utilitarianism. So I divided the characters of the company into 2. the employees and the management. The employees, for the employees, it's more of a smaller scale. So all people defined here in the statement here is the company only. So I think that the employees do not really care much about the outside world. They deal with the company itself because they work there. So what they did was they had to maximize their happiness, the profit and production of the company while minimizing pain, cost, and delay. So it resulted to data fabrication. And they were ordered to. They cannot do anything about it. So I guess their action may or may not be morally right. This is very debatable. For me, I think it's morally right, considering that all people here stated here is the company only. But rely, uh, in the whole sense, um, for the management, which reflects the whole company, all people is not just the company, but the society. The customers, you're serving the customers of the customers, which is us, the regular people. So by giving products with false data checks, the overall pain of society was greater than the happiness or the profit of the company. So their products had risk of product failure, which can lead to loss of lives, the cars, airplane, and the employees felt bad for doing misconduct, and customers were affected because of the because of the scandal. They were their can I say their overall image was really affected by the scandal. So uh, the pain is greater than the happiness of the company. The pain of the whole society is greater than the happiness of the company. So their action was not morally right. In Kantian ethics, the first categorical imperative, the universal law. So can fabrication of data on products be accepted as universal law? Kant will say no, do not lie, because if fabrication of data is a universal law, all products here on Earth will have a large risk of failing due to false data. With the whole world will be unsafe. It is their duty as a manufacturer to produce quality products, no matter what. So their action was not morally right. So in the ends principle where humanity should be respected, the employees were used as a means to do misconduct. So using humans as tools to achieve a goal is against Kant's second categorical imperative. So the company could have just uh, boosted their R&D or other solutions, but they chose to use the employees to do misconduct. So this action was not more it's not morally right according to Kantian ethics. And lastly, the virtue ethics. So was their action done with virtue? I believe no. The company acted selfishly, dishonestly, and carelessly in manufacturing their products by doing data fabrication. And these qualities are the vices of generosity, honesty, and diligence, the mean. So the actions will not lead a virtuous life. So being excellent as a manufacturing company means doing the job well, generosity, with honesty, with diligence. So in virtue ethics, their action was also not morally right. So in summary, the company, Cobalco, committed data fabrication of safety specifications to meet the demands and maximize profit. So that was their goal. So in utilitarianism, their action produced more pain to the society than more pain for the all people compared to the happiness, which is the happy people only are in the company. So in utilitarianism, not morally right. In Kantian ethics, both categorical imperatives, the universal law and the ends principle, were violated. So lying about the data and using humans as means is a no-no for Kant. And lastly, in virtue ethics, their actions were selfish, dishonest, and careless. Sure, the vices of generosity, honesty, and diligence. So they did not act with virtue, and thus their action was not morally right. So overall, Cobalco commit the data fabrication is not morally right. So here are the references. Thank you very much for listening.